हेलो एवरीवन, राम राम टू एवरीवन। आज हम राजस्थान हिस्ट्री की एट्थ चैप्टर पढ़ेंगे, जो कि हैं चौहान डायनेस्टी। अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद है तो प्लीज़ वीडियो को लाइक करें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर करें। चलो शुरू करते हैं। लेट्स स्टार्ट। चौहान डायनेस्टी। चौहान डायनेस्टी, the rise of the Chauhan dynasty is considered an important political event in the history of early medieval Rajasthan. The rulers of this dynasty gradually completed the process of transforming from feudatories into independent and sovereign rulers. Theories of the origin of the Chauhans. First, Agnikulla theory. According to Prithviraj Raso, written by Chandrabardai, sage Vasisht performed a yajna on Mount Abu to destroy the demons from the fire pit of this yajna emerged four Rajput clans: Chauhan, Solanki, Parmar, and Pratihara. Second theory, Suryavanshi and Chandravanshi view. In Prithviraj Vijaya and Hamira Mahakavya, the Chauhans have been described as Suryavanshi. On the contrary, the inscription of the Achaleswar temple presents them as Chandravanshi. Dr. Gauri Shankar Oja also considered them Suryavanshi. Next, third theory of Chauhan, Brahman origin theory. In the Bijolia inscription 1170 CE Common Era, the founder of the Chauhans has been described as Vatas Gotriya Brahman. Famous historian Dr. Dasarath Sharma supported this view. Next, theory of Chauhan. Fourth, foreign origin theory. Colonel James Todd, on the basis of Agnikula rituals and fire worships, considered them of Sak, Scythian, or Central Asian origin. Major rulers and achievements. The early history of the Chauhan dynasty is associated with the Sambar region of Rajasthan. And this dynasty gradually emerged from a feudal status and established its identity as an independent and sovereign power. The major rulers and their works are as follows: Vasudeva Chauhan, C. 551 Common Era CE. Vasudeva Chauhan is regarded as the founder of the Chauhan dynasty. He laid the foundation of Chauhan power in present-day Sambar and its surrounding regions, which at that time was called Sapad Laksa. His early capital was Aichatrapura, which is known today as Nagore. According to the Bijolia inscription, the construction of a Sambar lake is credited to Vasudeva Chauhan. According to historians, this lake was natural, but Vasudeva developed arrangements for salt production around it, due to which salt became a major source of revenue for the Chauhan state. Vasudeva built the first temple of his Kuldevi Sakambari Mata at Sambar and named his estate Sapad Laks, meaning a group of 1.25 lakh villages. Next, rise of Chauhans under the Pratiharaj. The early political rise of the Chauhans took place as feudatories of the Gujar Pratihara Empire. They established their authority in the regions of Sakambari, Sambar, and Sapad Laksa. This feudal phase provided the Chauhans with significant experience in military organization and administrative arrangement, which later strengthened the foundation of their independence. Next, Guwa ka first was a powerful feudatory under the Gujar Pratyara ruler Nag Bhatta II. During his time, a grand Shiva temple of Harsanath was constructed on Harsa hill near Sikar, dedicated to the principal deity of the Chauhans. Guwaka first initiated efforts to free himself from Pratyahara overlordship, which later became the basis of Chauhan independence. Next, Vagpati Raja first. Vagpati Raja first assumed as the title Maharaja, which indicates that he had been a semi-independent ruler. He defeated the Pratyahraj and further strengthened his independent position. With these successes, the political position of the Chauhan state became notably stronger. Next, Simharaj. Simharaja. Simharaja was the first ruler of the Chauhan dynasty to assume the grand title Maharaja Dhiraj. This title is considered a symbol of complete sovereignty. During his reign, the Chauhan dynasty completely cast off the suzerainty of the Pratyahraj and established itself as an independent and sovereign power. Next, Vigre Raja II. The Harsanath inscription 1983 980 983 CE of Vigre Raja II's reign is an important source of Chauhan achievements. He defeated the powerful Chalukya ruler of Gujarat, Mule Raja I. On the occasion of this victory, he built a grand temple of his Kuldevi Asapura Mata at Bharuch. During his time, the expansion of Chauhan power extended up to western India. Next, Govind Raja III Ajaypal. Govind Raja III is also called Ajaypala, and he received the title uh, uh, Varighata, meaning destroyer of enemies. According to historian Farista, he successfully re-registered the early military campaigns of Muhammad of Ghazni. Due to this resistance, the Chauhan state emerged as a strong defensive pillar of North India. Next, Ajay Raja Chauhan 1105 to 1133 CE. In the reign of Maharaja Ajay Raja Chauhan is considered a fundamental and a turning point in the history of the Chauhan Empire. During this period, Chauhan power not only strengthened but also saw the development of an organized political, military, and administrative system. Military and political expansion. In 1113 CE, Ajay Raja Chauhan founded a new city named Ajaymeru amidst the hills of the Aravalli range, which later became famous as Ajmer. He shifted from Sambar and made Ajaymeru the new capital of the Chauhan state. To ensure the security of this city, he constructed the fort of Ajaymeru on Taragad Hill, which later came to be known as Taragad or Gad Beatli. Strategic importance of Ajmer. The geographical position of Ajmer was such that effective surveillance could be maintained over the regions of Mewad and Madwad. For this region, Taragad Fort was called the Gibraltar of the East, and Ajmer city was called the key to the Kingdom of Rajasthan. Economic and administrative innovations. He introduced coins made from mixed metals of silver and copper, which were called Ajaya Deva, Ajaya Deva Dramana, Drama, Ajaya Deva Drama. On one side of these coins, his name Sri Ajayadeva was inscribed, while on the other side the name of his queen Somaleka Somala Devi was engraved. In medieval Indian history, the name of a queen being inscribed on a royal coins is an important factor, which reflects the high respect and co-ruler like status given to women in administration. Next, religious tolerance and cultural patronage. Ajay Raja Chauhan personally followed Saivism and the Vedic faith, but his state policy was based on religious tolerance. He extended liberal patronage to Jainism and donated large quantities of gold to the famous Parsavnath temple of the Jains located at Ajmer. During his reign, along with Shiva and Vaishnava traditions, Jain and other religious sects also received state protection and equal respect, which promoted social harmony and cultural diversity. Next, Arno, Arno Raja या अन्नाजी चौहान 1133 to 1155 CE. Arno Raja Chauhan, popularly known as Annaji, was the son of the great ruler Ajay Raja Chauhan. His reign is especially known in the history of the Chauhan dynasty for military strength, construction works, religious tolerance, and cultural patronage, military valor, and protection of the empire. The most significant military achievement of Arno Raja's reign is considered his decisive victory against the Turkish invaders. At that time, Turkish forces had become a serious threat to the Chauhan state. Through his capable leadership and organized military strength, Arno Raja defeated these invaders. This victory secured the boundaries of the state and strengthened Chauhan political supremacy in central India. Construction of Anna Sagar Lake. After his victory over the Turks, Arno Raja constructed a massive artificial reservoir by damming the waters of the Chandrabhaga river in order to purify the battlefield of Ajmer and to solve water scarcity. This reservoir later became famous as Annasagar Lake. Next, diplomatic skill and martial relations. Arno Raja had a conflict with the powerful Chalukya ruler of Gujarat, Kumarapal, but the fully understood the importance of the contemporary political situation. For this reason, he established an important matrimonial alliance by marrying Kanchan Devi, the sister of the Chalukya ruler Siddha Raja Jayasima. His marital alliance reduced tensions between the two states and clearly reflected Arno Raja's political foresight, policy of religious tolerance and patronage. Arno Raja himself was a devout follower of Lord Shiva, but his religious policy was based on tolerance. He provided equal protection to Shiva, Vaishnava, and Jain religious within his state. He paid special attention to developing Pushkar as a major religious and pilgrimage center. In this context, he constructed a grand temple at Pushkar dedicated to Varaha, the incarnation of Lord Shiva. Jain acharyas and scholars also received full respect and patronage in his court. Patronage of literature and scholars. During his reign, literary and intellectual activities received special development. His court housed eminent scholars such as Devabodha and Dharmagosa, as well as renowned Jain acharyas, all of whom received royal patronage. End of the reign, a tragic conclusion. The powerful and successful reign of Anuraja ended with a tragic incident. He was killed by his eldest son Jagadeva. This event is considered a dark chapter in the history of the Chauhan dynasty, due to which Jagadeva came to be called the parricide of the Chauhans. Next, Vigrah Raja fourth fourth या विशाल देवा 1158 to 1163 CE. Vigrah Raja fourth, who is also known by the name Bisaldev, is remembered as the golden age in the history of the Chauhan dynasty of Sapad Laksa, imperial expansion and major military achievements. Vikrah Raja IV was the first Chauhan ruler to capture Delhi. He defeated the Tomar rulers and brought Delhi under his control. This victory is confirmed by the Shivalik pillar inscription. This conquest is especially mentioned in the Bijolia inscription 1170 AD. RS 2023 में पूछा गया है. He defeated the Ghaznavid He defeated the Ghaznavid rulers such as Amir Khusro Shah or Amir Hamad, and expanded the influence of the Chauhan Empire up to Punjab and Haryana. Under his leadership, the political influence of Sapad Laksa reached its peak. Literature, art, and the title of Kavi Bandhav. Vigraraj IV himself was a great scholar and a ruler fond of literature. Due to his scholarship and respect for poets, the poet Jayanak Bhatt conferred upon him the title Kavi Bandhav, meaning friend of poets. He composed a Sanskrit play titled Harikeli, which is considered inspired by Bhairavi's famous work Kiratarjuniyam. Fragments of this play are still preserved in engraved form on the walls of the construction known as Adhai Din Ka Jhopda, located at Ajmer. His court poet Somadeva composed the famous Sanskrit Dharma Lalit Vigrah Raj, which narrates the love story of Vigrah Raj IV and Princess Desala Devi. RS 2023 में asked. During his reign, Ajmer became an important center of education, learning, and literature, architecture, and construction works. Vigrah Raj IV constructed a grand Sanskrit college at Ajmer, which was an important center for the spread of education. Later, the Turkish ruler Kutubuddin Aybak converted this building into a mosque known as Adhai Din Ka Jhopda. Besides this, he founded the town of Bisalpur in the Tonk region and built the massive Bisalpur Lake. This 12th century water conservation structure symbolizes his advanced engineering and administrative foresight, and even today this dam functions as an important lifeline of Rajasthan. Next, Prithviraj Chauhan III, 1177 to 1192 AD. Prithviraj Chauhan III is considered the most powerful and the last great ruler of the Shakambhari branch of the Chauhan dynasty. In history and literature, He was honored with glorious titles such as Rai Pithura and Dala Pungala, World Conqueror. His reign remained especially famous for political conflicts, military valor, and cultural patronage. Early reign and administrative guidance. Prithviraj Chauhan III ascended the throne at the young age of about 11 years. In the early years of his rule, he governed the state under the guidance of his mother Karpuri Devi and Prime Minister Kadam Kadamba Kadamba Vasa Kemas. During this period, especially attention was given to strengthening the administrative system of the state, internal consolidation, and early victories. Soon after his accession, Prithviraj had to face internal rebellions. He successfully suppressed the revolt of his cousin Nagarjuna. Besides this, he subdued the Mewati tribe and strengthened the internal security of the state. In 1182 AD, in the Battle of Mahoba or Tumul, he decisively defeated the Chandela ruler Parmal Dev Chandela. In this battle, the Chandela heroes Allah and Udal displayed great bravery, whose tales of valor are still sung as folk ballads in the Bundelkhand region. Major political relations and conflicts. Prithviraj Chauhan had a long-standing political rivalry with Jayachand, the Gahad, Gadwal ruler of Kannauj. The Prithviraj Raso, there is a story that he abducted and married Jayachand's daughter Sanyogita from her Somvara. But modern historians such as Dr. Dasa Sharma consider this story fictional due to lack of historical evidence. This rivalry became a major reason for weakening the traditional unity of the Rajputs. Prior to the battles of Tarain, he also had a conflict with Bhimdev II, the Chalukya ruler of Gujarat, which later turned into a treaty through the efforts of Minister Jagdev Partihara. Decisive battles of Tarain. First Battle of Tarain, 1191 AD. In the First Battle of Tarain, Prithviraj Chauhan defeated Muhammad Ghori, the ruler of Ghazni. In this battle, his feudatory Govind Raj, also called Govind Rai, wounded Muhammad Ghori. However, not pursuing the defeated enemy, according to Rajput war policy, later proved to be a serious strategic mistake. Second Battle of Second Battle of Tarain, in 1192 AD. In the Second Battle of Tarain, Muhammad Ghori attacked again. This time, he adopted strategies of diplomacy, deceit, and night attack, as a result of which Prithviraj Chauhan was defeated. This battle proved to be a decisive turning point in Indian history, which paved the way for the establishment of the Turkish Sultanate in India. Military organization and architectural achievements. The army of Prithviraj Chauhan was especially famous for its large elephant corps. He was skilled in organizing military formations. In the field of architecture, he constructed the Kila Rai Pithura in Delhi. It was located in the Mehroli Saket region and is considered the first city among the seven medieval cities of Delhi. patronage of literature and art. In the court of Prithviraj Chauhan, third Jayanak composed Prithviraj Vijaya. Chand Bardai, regarded as the author of Prithviraj Raso, and a scholar like Vidyapati Gaud. He established and organized a department of art and literature in Ajmer, whose first president was Padmanabha. This department was an important center for the preservation of literary, cultural, and historical records. Next, well-organized administrative and military system of the Chauhans. The fundamental basis of the political success of the Chauhan rulers was their strong, organized, and systematic administrative and military structure. Although their system was based on feudal elements, it still showed a clear tendency towards centralization. Central governance system. In the Chauhan state, the king was the supreme authority in whose hands all administrative, military, and judicial powers were concentrated. The king's chief advisor was the Mahamatya, who was equivalent to a prime minister and held the highest administrative post after the king. And the Senapati was the highest military officer, uh, who was also sometimes called Mahasenapati or Dandanayaka. Administrative structure and key officials. The administrative framework of the Chauhans was well organized and clearly constructed. Construct, constructed. For administrative convenience, the state was divided into provinces called Vesaya, Visaya, and further into districts known as Mandalas. The Yuva Raja Crown Prince also assisted in governance. The responsibility of communicating the king's orders to the public lay with an officer called Dutaka. Next, judicial and local administration. The Chauhan judicial system is considered relatively strict, especially during the reign of Vigra Raj IV. The judicial system remained highly effective at the village level. Institutions called Panchakula functioned, which resolved local disputes and small cases and delivered swift justice. Feudal system and succession. The Chauhan administration was based on the feudal system, in which feudal lords provided administrative and military services under the king. The stability of governance depended on the loyalty of the Samantaj feudatories. Succession was generally hereditary, but required the king's approval and the support of major feudatories. Powerful military organization. The main basis of the power of the Chauhans was their strong and well organized army, in which cavalry, elephant corps, and infantry played important roles. During the war, the Samantaj feudatories fought along with their own troops in support of the king. The command of the infantry and cavalry forces rested with the Senapati, who was responsible for military operations and maintaining discipline in the army. पैट्रोनेज ऑफ लिटरेचर विग्रहराज फोर्थ जिसको बिसलदेव भी कहते हैं बिसलदेवा हिमसेल्फ वाज एन इमिनेंट पोइट एंड प्ले राइट हिज संस्कृत प्ले हरिकेली इज ए प्रूफ ऑफ हिज स्कॉलरशिप फ्रेगमेंट्स ऑफ विच आर स्टिल प्रिजर्व्ड इंस्क्राइब्ड ऑन द वॉल्स ऑफ अढ़ाई दिन का झोपड़ा इन अजमेर. His court poet Somdev composed the play Lalita Vigre Raja, while Narapati Nalha wrote Bisaldev Raso, an important work of apa, apabhara, apabhara, apabharamasa literature. The famous text Prithviraj Raso is attributed to Chand Bardai, though historians differ regarding its historical authenticity. The Sanskrit work Prithviraj Vijaya Mahakavya provides more authentic details about Prithviraj's reign and achievements. The presence of scholars like Vidyapati God, Vagbhatta, and Jayanaka reflects the Chauhan rulers' patronage of literature, institutional cultural promotion. During the reign of Prithviraj Chauhan III, an organized department of art and literature was established in Ajmer, whose first president was Padmanabha. The objective of this department was to provide state patronage to poets, artists, and scholars, and to systematic cultural activities. Development of architecture. Architecture received special encouragement during the Chauhan period. During this time, the Mahamara style and early Nagara style temples developed. These temples show a beautiful synthesis of religious devotion, sculpture, and architecture. The Harsanath Temple, Sikar, is a major example of Chauhan architecture, famous for its grandeur and exquisite sculptures. Figure 8.2 Harsanath Temple. Similarly, the Sakambhari Devi Temple at Sambar, dedicated to the Chauhan's Kuldevi, is important both religiously and architecturally. Social structure and cultural level. Chauhan society was primarily based on the Varna system, but the widespread development of education, art, and literature elevated the cultural and intellectual level of society. Royal patronage to scholars, poets, and artists gave special importance to intellectual activities and kept the cultural environment vibrant. Defeat and expansion of branches after 1192 CE. After the Second Battle of Tarain in 19 eh, after the Second Battle of Tarain in 1119 19 to 19 to 1192 CE, Ajmer fell, and the central power of the Chauhans ended. Despite this, the Chauhan dynasty was not completely destroyed. After this defeat, various branches of the Chauhans were established in different regions of Rajasthan, which continued to challenge the Delhi Sultanate for a long time. Govind Raja Chauhan. After the Second Battle of Tarain, Muhammad Ghori appointed Govind Raja Chauhan, son of Prithviraj Chauhan, as the ruler of Ajmer. However, due to the intervention of Qutub Uddin Aibak and the opposition of Prithviraj's brother Hari Raja, Govind Raja had to leave Ajmer. Hari Raja attempted to reoccupy Ajmer but was unsuccessful. Next, the Chauhan branch of Ranthambore, 1194 to 1301 CE. Due to the strategic location and strong forts of Ranthambore, this branch soon developed into an independent state and became a major challenge for the Delhi Sultanate. Major rulers and achievements. The Chauhan branch of Ranthambore was founded in 1194 CE by Govind Raja IV, son of Prithviraj Chauhan III. After the Second Battle of Tarain, he left Ajmer and made Ranthambore his capital. After him, Valhana or Balhana 1195 to 1215 CE ruled and successfully repelled the attack of Iltutmish during the time of Prahalad. Iltutmish again invaded, but Veer Narayan 1226 to 1248 CE successfully resisted the attacks of Iltutmish and the Delhi Sultans. Vagbhata 1248 to 1258 CE. After the death of Iltutmish, declared Ranthambore independent again, but Nasiruddin Balban attacked it. Jayatra Simha Deva 1258 to 1282 CE ruled for about 24 years and left behind a strong state for Hamira Deva. Next, Hamira Deva Chauhan 1282 to 1301 CE. Hamir Deva was the most powerful and the last ruler of the Ranthambore branch. His reign is considered the golden age of Ranthambore. He defeated Samar Singh, the ruler of Mewad, and made the rulers of Chittoor and Sivana accept his suzerainty. He became famous for his valor, prestige, and policy of granting refuge. In 1291 CE, the Delhi Sultan Jalaluddin Khilji attacked Ranthambore, but Amir Dev defeated him. In this context, Jalaluddin Khilji's famous statement is noteworthy, in which he said that he did not consider even such forts worth destroying at the cost of a single Muslim hair. In 1301 CE, Alauddin Khilji attacked Ranthambore. The main reason for this conflict was that Amir Deva had given refuge to the rebel Mongol commanders Muhammad Shah and Khebru. Initially, the enemy sent under the leadership of Ulugh Khan and Nusrat Khan was defeated and Nusrat Khan was killed. Later, Alauddin himself reached Ranthambore and besieged the fort for about 1 year. Finally, due to the shortage of food and the treachery of Hamid Deva's generals Ratipal and Ranmal Ranthambore fell. In 1301 CE, Amir Deva attained martyrdom in battle, and Queen Rang Devi committed Johar along with other heroic women. This is considered the first Saka of Rajasthan. Amir Deva's daughter, in order to avenge her father, jumped into the Padam Talav and committed self-immolation. Johar. Next, historical source descriptions of Hamid Deva's campaigns are found in Naya Chandra Suri's work Hamira Mahakavya, which is the most important Sanskrit source. Hamir Raso, written by Jodraj, and Hamir Hatta, written by Jaya Shekhar, are two different works. Amir Khusro's Tariq-e-Alai and Khajan ul Futu describe the conquest of Ranthambore from Alauddin Khilji's perspective. The Chauhan Songara branch of Jalor 1181 to 1311 CE. The Songara Chauhan branch of Jalor was founded in 1181 CE by Kirtipal, son of Al-Hana and Chauhan ruler of Nadol. He was also called Kitu. Kannada Deva Chauhan 1305 to 1311 CE. Kannada Deva was the most powerful and last great ruler of the Songara branch. He fought against Alauddin Khilji to protect independence and sovereignty. The main reason for this conflict was the Kanadeva refused to give a safe passage through his state to the Gujarat-bound army of Khilji. Khilji's army captured Songaon in 1305. Kanardeva's sons Viramdeva and Maldev were martyred in the Battle of Mandelgad and other conflicts. In 1308 AD, Alauddin Khilji captured the powerful fort of Sivana in Jalore and named this area Khairabad. Jalore fell in Jalore fell in 1311 AD. The main reason for this was the internal betrayal of the chief chieftain Bika. Maharaja Kanardev Chauhan was martyred in this conflict, and Rajput women committed mass Johar. Alauddin Khilji captured Jalore and renamed it Jalalabad. Cultural and social legacy. The reign of the Chauhan rulers is known for the advancement of education, literature, and culture. They encouraged the establishment of schools and adopted a policy of religious tolerance. They made significant contributions to the construction and protection of Jain, Hindu, and other religious institutions. Major literary works of this period include Prithviraj Raso by Chandrabardai, Hamir Mahakavya by Nayan Chandra Suri, and Kannada 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 Prabandha by Padmanabha, which especially describes the valor of Kannadeva. Next, Hada Chauhans. The Hada Rajputs are descendants of Manik Rai, the ruler of Sakambari. Their founder was Istapal was conquered Asirgad, and their mother goddess is Asapura. Raudeva Dev Singh defeated the local ruler Jeta Meena in 1241 AD and established Hadoti Kota Bundi Baran Jalabad. This region came to be known by this name after the local ruler Bunda Meena. Early expansion and conflicts 13th to 15th century. Samar Singh in 1264 AD defeated the Kotia Bhil and captured Akelgad. He made it his capital, and for several centuries it remained the capital of Bundi. In 1354 AD, Rao Bar Singh uh, const- constructed the massive Taragad fort. It became famous for its huge Gunjam, and later Rudyard Kipling, after seeing it, remarked that this fort appears to have been built not by men but by goblins. During the time of Rao Amir, the Maharana Lakha of Mewar laid siege to Bundi fort. Unable to win the real fort for a long time, he got a replica fort made by clay at Taragad to practice its conquest. The loyalty of Hada Swami's rulers was so strong that while defending even the replica fort, they sacrificed their lives. In 1527 AD, in the Battle of Khanwa, despite having earlier conflicts with Rana Sanga, Rao Narayan Das, ruler of Bundi, supported him against Babur and fought bravely. Next, major rulers and achievements. Rao Surjan Hada, 1554 to 1585 CE. Rao Surjan Hada was a ruler who brought an important turning point in the history of the Hada dynasty. He was a feudatory of Mewad and the protector of Ranthambore fort. In 1569 CE, after the siege of Akbar, through the mediation of Mansingh of Ambir and Bhagwan Das, he accepted Mughal suzerainty and handed over Ranthambore fort. Akbar granted him the title of Raja and appointed him the governor of Banaras. His court poet Chandrasekhar composed Surjan Charitra and Hamir Hatt. In his final years, he left the kingdom and went to Dwarka, Gujarat, where he died in devotion to Ranchodji. Next, Rao Ratan Singh, 1607 to 1631 CE. Rao Ratan Singh was the successor of Rao Surjan Hada. He was trusted by Jahangir. Jahangir, pleased with his sense of justice and bravery, conferred upon him the special titles of Sir Buland Rai and Ram Raj. Next, Rao Sahasrapal Chhatrapal Hada, 1631 to 1658 CE. He was a glorious ruler of the Hada Chauhans, famous for unparalleled bravery, religiosity, and constructive works. In the Mughal War of Succession, he supported Dara Shikoh, which he considered a war of religion and justice. Battle of Samu Samugad, Battle of Samugad, 1658 CE. He displayed extraordinary courage on the side of Dara Shikoh against the combined army of Aurangzeb and Murad Bakhsh and attained martyrdom. His sacrifice became a symbol of supreme devotion to duty in Bundi's history. Literary reference. Poet Dungar Singh described his valor in his work Satrusal Raso. Architecture. Earlier, Rao Aniruddha Singh constructed the 84 pillaried cenotaph, 84 खंभों की छतरी in Bundi in 1683 CE, dedicated to Satrusal and his foster brother Deva. Rao Bhau Singh, 1658 to 1681 CE. He was the son of Rao Sastrasal and a great patron of art and literature. In the Second Battle of Khajua, he defeated the imperial army of Aurangzeb, but later, due to political necessity, he made peace with Aurangzeb. Patronage of Riti period. His court became an important center for poets and scholars of the Riti tradition. Mahakavi Matiram was his court poet. Matiram composed Lalit Lalam, a treatise on Alankara and Matiram Satasai and dedicated them to him. During his reign, Bundi emerged as a center of literary and cultural splendor. In the same period, the entry of Maratha power began from the south, which later became a challenge for the region. Next, Rao Anirudh Singh, 1681 to 1695 AD. He was a brave and valiant ruler who participated along with the Mughal army in military campaigns in South India. His queen Rani Nathavati Raniji constructed the grand and artistic Raniji Ki Bawdi stable in Bundi in 1699 AD. due to the remarkable architectural art and carvings of this staple. Bundi received the distinctive identity of the city of staples. Rao Buddha Singh 1695 to 1739 AD. He was known not only for military skill but also for his literary interest. He composed the famous poetic work Neh Tarang in Braj language based on themes of love and Sringar Rasa. During his reign, due to the intervention of Savai Jai Singh II of Jaipur and internal conflicts, the state fell into crisis. His wife Amar Kaur, sister of Savai Jai Singh, sought help by sending a Rakhi to the Maratha chief Malhar Rao Holkar on Raksha Bandhan. As a result of this event, in 1734 AD, the first entry of the Marathas into the politics of Rajasthan occurred through Bundi, which had long-term consequences. राव उमेद सिंह जिसको श्री जी कहते हैं हिज reign brought a period of peace and artistic development to Bundi. He was a saintly disposition, having deep interest in religion and art. His most important contribution was the construction of the famous Chitrasala, जिसको रंगशाला भी कहते हैं, located in Taragad Fort, which is considered the finest example of Bundi painting style. The Chitrasala is famous for paintings of dancing peacocks, animals, birds, and hunting scenes. While still alive, he performed the last rites of his own golden idol, renounced royal life, and adopted sannyasa, which is regarded as a rare historical event. Next, rise of Kota state 1631 AD. Mughal Emperor Shah Jahan in 1631 AD issued a decree separating Kota from Bundi and declared Rao Madho Singh, son of Rao Ratan Singh, as the independent ruler of Kota. Thus, Rao Madho Singh, son of Rao Ratan Singh of Bundi, became the first independent ruler of Kota. Maharao Bhim Singh first 1707 to 1720 CE and religious faith. He was an ardent devotee of Lord Krishna. Name changes. He renamed Kota as Nandagram and renamed Shergid Fort as Barsana. Establishment of Brajnath Ji. He brought the idol of Brajnath Ji, Lord Krishna, from the Mughal territories and installed it. He himself ruled as the Diwan, representative ruler of the deity. The period of Jalim Singh Jhala, late 18th century, the real power of the state passed from the ruler into the hands of Diwan Jalim Singh Jhala. Treaty with the British 1817 CE. He entered into a treaty with the British for protection against the Marathas. A supplementary treaty to secure his authority for his descendants. He concluded a supplementary treaty which granted administrative rights to the Jhala dynasty. Formation of Jhalawad 1838 CE. Due to internal conflicts between the Maharao and Jalim Singh Jhala, the British intervened. 17 Parganas of Kota were separated to form a new and independent princely state named Jhalawad. Administrative authority of this new state was given to the descendants of Jalim Singh Jhala. The revolt of 1857 the revolt of the 1857 and Kota ruler. During the revolt, the ruler was Maharao Ram Singh II. leadership. The revolt was led by Jayadayal, a lawyer, and Mehrab Khan Risaldar. Major event: the revolutionaries besieged Maharav Ram Singh II in his place. Deaths: British political agent Major Burton and his two sons were killed. Significance: it was one of the most organized and mass-supported revolts in Rajasthan. Modern period and Bundi state. In the modern period, important changes and treaties occurred in Bundi state, which began mainly during the reign of Rao Visan Singh. Reign, reign of Rao Visan Singh, 1793 to 1821 CE. He was a far-sighted and reformist ruler. Subsidiary treaty. The most important event of this reign was signing a subsidiary alliance treaty with the East India Company in 1818 CE. Major literary work and cultural facts. And this treaty ensured Bundi's security and brought it under British influence. Social reforms. Ban on sati. In 1822 CE, the sati practice was declared illegal. Bundi became the first princely state in Rajasthan to ban sati. Towards integration, Maharao Bahadur Singh and Rajasthan Union. After India's independence in 1947, the process of integration began during the reign of the last ruler Maharao Bahadur Singh. Signing of Instrument of Accession, Maharao Bahadur Singh signed the Instrument of Accession, Integration and Merger. On 25th March 1948, Bundi state was formally merged into the Rajasthan Union, second phase of Rajasthan integration. This union also included Kota, Dungarpur, Kishangarh, Sahapura, Jhalawad, Banswara and Pratapgarh. Major literary and cultural facts. Work, author and builder. A special description. Work, Neh Tarang. uh, Author या वर्क बिल्डर राव बुद्ध सिंह ब्रज भाषा पोएटिक वर्क composed by Bundi ruler. Work Satrusal Raso. Author poet Dungar Singh describes the valor of Rao Satrusal Hada. Work Vans Bhaskar. Author Suryamal Misran. Most detailed history of Hada Chauhan's court poet. Work Lalit Lalam. Author poet Matiram. Famous work composed in Rao Bhau Singh's court. Work Surjan Charitra. Author Chandrasekhar. A special description biography of Rao Surjan Hada. Work 84 Pillaried Cenotape. Builder Rao Aniruddha Singh. Built in memory of Dhai Deva, 1683 CE. Work Rani Ji Ki Bawdi. Builder Rani Nathavati. Famous step well, 1699 CE. Work Chitrasala. Builder Rao Umed Singh. Excellent example of Bundi mural paintings. Devda Chauhan dynasty of Siroi. Next, Devda Chauhan dynasty of Siroi. The Devda Chauhan dynasty was a major branch of the Chauhans. The ruler of Jalor's Songara Chauhan line later came to be known as Devda Chauhans. The dynasty was named after their ancestor Rao Devraj. Historically, Siroi and Abu regions were major centers of the Devda Chauhans, known in ancient times as Arbund province. Major rulers and achievements. Rao Lumba, 1311 CE. Rao Lumba established the real foundation of Devda Chauhan rule in Siroi. Around 1311 CE, he defeated the Parampara rulers of Abu and Chandravati and established his authority. He made Chandravati his capital and ruled from there. He was renovated the Achaleswar Mahadev temple at Abu Rao Sahasmal 1425 CE. Rao Sahasmal was an important ruler of the Devda dynasty. From the perspective of security, he founded the city of Sirui in 1425 CE and made it his capital. During his time, the ruler of Mewad and Maharana Kumbha during the Devda Mewad conflict, Kumbha sent his commander Dodiya Narsingh, who captured Abu and constructed the Achalgarh fort. Later, this region again come under the control of the Devda Chauhans. Rao Sultan. Rao Sultan is considered the most powerful and valiant ruler of the Devda Chauhan dynasty. He was a contemporary of Mughal Emperor Akbar and Maharana Pratap. Rao Sultan clearly refused to accept the suzerainty of Akbar. The ruler of Marwad, Rao Chandrasen, took refuge in Siroi during his exile. In 1583 CE, the Battle of Dantani took place, which is regarded as the most important event in the history of Sirui. This battle was fought between Rao Sultan and the Mughal army, led by Jagmal, brother of Maharana Pratap, and Rai Singh of Bikaner. In this battle, Rao Sultan displayed extraordinary bravery, defeated the Mughal army, and Jagmal was killed. With his victory, the independence of Siroi remained secure. The Battle of the Dantani is often called the Haldi Ghati of Siroi. Relations with the Mughals. After Rao Sultan, political circumstances changed. His son Rao Raj Singh made a treaty with the Mughals. He was appointed a Mansabdar in the Mughal administration, and thus formal relations between Siroi and the Mughals were established. Treaty with the British 1823 CE. In the 19th century, Siroi was also affected by the invasions of the Marathas and Pindaris. At that time, the ruler of Siroi was Rao Shiv Singh. On 11 September 1823 CE, Rao Shiv Singh signed a subsidiary alliance treaty with the East India Company. Thus, Siroi became the last Rajput princely state to enter into a treaty with the British. This delay occurred due to the opposition of Marwad. A special note on Siroi swords. Since ancient times, the state of Siroi was famous for its high quality swords. The swords manufactured here were considered so superior that the word Siroi itself became synonymous with a fine sword. This tradition symbolized the metallurgical craftsmanship and martial heritage of Siroi. दैट्स ऑल इन दिस वीडियो. अगर आपको ये वीडियो पसंद है तो प्लीज़ वीडियो को लाइक करें, चैनल को सब्सक्राइब जरूर करें. थैंक यू फॉर यू ऑल.